Hello, I'm Dean, and welcome to another episode of Coding with the Agent. Today we're going to check out something a little bit different. This one's basically called a rainbow beacon. So this time, again, they gave us, like the last few, they gave us the code in advance. So I wanted just to take a look at it and see if I can figure it out. So as usual, we have our new, our blue here. Part that with the beacon, so that's what the name of our program is, so we have to type in that to execute. So I got that down. This is interesting. So we're going to use the agent, right? So we're using the red has all the agents, so anyone you see the red, you would go there. So again, the color combination is really cool. So we're setting the location and the player world position. Okay, I like to see how this works. What I'm thinking it does, it will take me to wherever coordinate x being 1, y0, and x0. So we'll see. That's different than we have up here. So I think it's going to teleport me and that, but we'll see. And then it says, okay, once it moves us, it's going to do a loop, because that part, this green is part of the loop. That makes sense. And it's going to do it 10 times. So the value of the rainbow, so we're calling this the rainbow, which you can see goes on start over here. So when I get teleported, it should be doing this. And there's an array. So it looks like it has all these different color of blocks, which is kind of neat. So it's going to do that 10 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks. So it should be 100 blocks in total when I do that. So, and it's interesting when it sets location, it's going to put me one over. Okay, that makes sense. And then it's going to start at, I'd say that would be y at being 1, so it would be 1 up. This is great for computational thinking and that, so I really think I understand how this program will work. So I'm thinking what it will do, based when I put in beacon, it's going to take me to this coordinate, and then 10 times it's going to go through this, so there should be 100 blocks in total, and I think it looks like it makes sense where I'm going to start, and the location that's here is when it bumps me over. Alright, so that makes sense to me. Let's give this a go, and let's make a rainbow beacon. So I'm hitting play here, so it will basically upload the code into the agent, so then I can execute and see how it looks. So it's kind of the code now, and to kind of see if I know what's going on with it. So like we always do, I'm hitting the letter T, and that opens up my code, and I'm going to type in rainbow. Alright, so let's see what it does here. Alright, so it doesn't look like, see, it's interesting that it said the game doesn't change anything on that. So now I had this problem before when I tried last time, and if you saw my part 1 and part 2 of the game over one, same thing kind of happened. So let me just try. I don't think this will work because I don't need the slash in there, but I'm just going to see. Yeah, I knew that would happen. Let's go back and we'll put in rainbow again. And it doesn't seem to have moved me there. So I'm going to try another thing, and I don't know if this is going to make a difference, but I'm going to put World Builder. Something I've learned from my students on World Builder 2, and see if that happens. Let's go back to T, and let's type in rainbow. Okay, so that's still not working quite yet. I'm going to go back to my code. Oh, well, that's why. Well, that makes sense. I'm thinking rainbow, but the code is beacon. All right. Okay, there's user error there. So let's go back into here. And again, that's part of coding and stuff, making mistakes. And that's what you do. So let's type in beacon. All right. So that didn't teleport me either. Take a look around and see a beacon in the sky. Now it's interesting, I wonder, now this said 1, so I'm going over to this way. Oh, look at the, okay, so let's just keep on going. Oops, position, I guess I could go back this way. And there's 1. Okay, now, if I play my cards right, that's the case, so it's got to be over here. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at the position and I'm trying to see if I'm doing this right. Trying to go to the coordinate that it had, which was 1, 0. Oh, well, I'm passing that way too. Interesting. Okay, so I'm at, let's see what happens. I go this way. I don't want to go that way. Oh, there it is. It did do it. There it is. So this coordinate, now it's interesting what it did on this, because that's not the coordinate that was put in. So my code worked, but it's just kind of weird the way that worked. So let me try this again, and that's really cool. That's part of the learning process, right? I'm going to type in beacon again and see what it does now. Now I don't know. Oh, wow. Okay, so it looks like it did another one. Yeah, it did another one right beside me. Now, let's see if I go over here. Did it just delay? That was really cool. Okay, so I can see my beacons there. Let's now go T and type in beacon. And let's see what happens on that. So definitely, oh wow, there it is. It's building it right beside me. Okay, so I guess that location is relative to where I am. The other time I probably just didn't take, but I thought it was over here. That is really interesting. So the program did work. Look how far that goes into the sky. That's awesome. Now, what if I do? Now I'm in creative mode, so I'm going up here. So let me go back into T and type in beacon and run the program again. And, oh, it did it too. It went, now is this interesting? No, it went relative to where I was. That is interesting. So it went in location relative to where the player was. Now, if I look at my code, player world position. Okay, so that's really interesting that it went to basically where it was. So it did do what it was supposed to do. It went 1 over, and then it started to go up and build it upon it as it looped, and went 1 more up and 1 more up on the Y. So, okay, that was really cool. Again, great example of computational thinking. Those are kind of really cool. Sometimes you just got to be patient and wait for the code to go in, and that happens too. All right, well, that rainbow beacon worked pretty good. I think I totally understand how this code was put in, and it was cool to experiment. I could put different things in here, figure out what an array was. That's cool. Again, going through the loops and locations, understanding things like X, Y, and Z's. So much learning going on here, and that's what the block coding is really cool. Again, I can go into the Java if I wanted to see what was going on, but I think we'll stop there for today. That was pretty cool to make the beacon as a rainbow, and a good lesson too to write in the right code too. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'm Dean. This has been another episode of Coding with the Agent. Hope you enjoyed as I did, and until next time, take care.